The world owes you a hug, small soldier. And I'm the one that's gonna give it.
No.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
That's it. This is the good stuff.
Well, what do you know? This is a first for me. I'm reviewing an Amazon Prime Video streaming show. This is The Tick. Of course, it's a superhero show, so it caught my attention. It took me a little while to get to this thing. I looked at the first 6 episodes, and this is not really the origin story of The Tick, who is now played by Peter Serafinowicz, and he does a very good job. He also does a fantastic Adam West as Batman impression.
Villain, you face The Tick.
Which I think is kind of funny. It reminded me a little bit of Nicolas Cage in Kick-Ass. And it's, you know, puts a smile on your face for sure. There's a charm and a comfort that you dig about that approach right away, which I thought was cool. But this is really about Gavin Newman, who plays Arthur in this. It's his origin story. He's this nebbish accountant type that had some traumatizing experiences with supervillains, and I won't spoil anything in this thing. And he is conflicted because he has been on the pursuit of a nefarious supervillain, and just as he's about to kind of, you know, seal the deal with information, he comes into possession of a really cool costume that gives him some awesome powers and kind of turns him into a superhero against his better judgment and his wishes. And the Tick, of course, has a great big fondness for this guy and is very encouraging, gives him great big gentle caressing hugs to try to cheer him up and steer him on the course to do what's right for humanity, which was kind of funny, and I dug all of that stuff. Arthur has a sister who is very concerned about his mental health and well-being, and there's some really interesting dynamics between Arthur and his sister throughout the 6-episode arc that I saw. We also meet the villainous Miss Lint.
The name is Miss Lint.
Ha! I don't get it.
Played by Yara Martinez, who is very good in this show. She's definitely got a mean streak about her, but it's sort of undercut by the fact that dirt is just attracted to her, and she's constantly dirty and has fuzzy stuff all over herself while she's trying to be a mean badass, and I think she plays that wonderfully. We also meet this other vigilante who is kind of like Deathstroke, who just slices and dices his way through. He has this killer boat and this AI companion that likes to create his own theme song, which was very funny.
Shut the fuck up.
And, you know, there's lots of sort of lots of cool little one-liners and quips, and it's definitely a funny deconstruction of the whole superhero genre, just like the Tick comic books were, and just like the old Tick series was, and the Tick animated show.
Oh, Bill Zap.
It's a great concoction, and I'm happy to see that Ben Edlund is involved with this as well. He's the creator of the original Tick property, and I think he's done some writing on some of the episodes as well. So it has this authenticity permeating through it, but also a uniqueness from the previous Tick series, which was also very good. So it kind of, you know, creates its own mystique and its own sort of value set, and I like that. But I have to be honest, I wasn't laughing out loud when I watched it. I was charmed, and I was smiling, and I would chuckle every once in a while, but it's not busted gut funny. And honestly, I feel like the actors are capable of getting to that, but they're not really given that in the script and the situations and the circumstances that we have. The effects are also not terrific. You know, there's scenes of Arthur flying, and they look a little hokey, almost Greatest American Hero hokey, which is a nice homage. And why isn't that show brought back? That would be an awesome show in 2018. But you know what? I still dug The Tick. I'm anxious to find out where this series goes. I expect that we're going to see a lot more superheroes, maybe some familiar ones and some brand new ones from the sort of Tick universe. But I'm just happy to see Amazon getting into the game like this and sort of going toe-to-toe with Netflix on ideas and concepts that are, you know, as kind of silly and fun as The Tick is. I dig this show. I don't love it. It's not my favorite superhero show, and we live in this era where there is a bounty of great superhero television, but it's definitely worth checking out. I'm going to give The Tick a 7.5 out of 10.